Hi guys, I'm here to do a tag. I'm very excited about this one. I just got tagged from Richard. Sorry, I just got tagged by Richard from Devour Books. And if I remember the title correctly, it is What You Do and Do Not Read or something like that. Hi there. You want to see something real quick? I let the snake out, and he's been roaming around, and he's in this box. He just decided that he was just going to bury himself in this box. Okay. Anyway, before I do this tag, real quick thing. The charger part for my laptop that actually plugs into the laptop broke. I think it's just from the laptop being moved around so much with that plugged in and just, yeah. So I had to get a new one, and they're like $70 or $80. So I don't have my laptop right now, which means that I'm not going to be on the computer as often. So there's not going to be a lot of updates like on Goodreads, or probably won't be checking my comments on YouTube a whole lot. So if I don't get back to anybody, I apologize ahead of time. The other computer we have is in the other room, and with my back in that, I just don't feel like sitting in that chair for a long time. So anyways, books I do and do not read. Well, let's say that before I discovered YA, which was when I started discovering all the book people on YouTube, all I read was adult fiction. I read James Patterson, Dean Koontz, John Saul, Tess Gerritsen, Patricia Cornwell, Robin Cook, a bunch of people like that. Because they were all thrillers, and psychological thrillers, medical thrillers, crime thrillers, where you have to think, and I love that. Then I discovered YA, and I absolutely love YA. I am more into the realistic, the contemporary writing, and yeah. So what I don't like, and what I've never liked, and true crime for adult fiction too, that was a huge genre for me, which right before I started reading YA, if you guys go back to one of my earlier videos, I just purchased like 40 true crime books off of eBay. Yeah, so, and I haven't even read one of them yet, because I'm just so into YA right now. What I do not read and what I will not read is romance. I am so sorry, but I just hate that mushy and just lovey-dovey stuff. Sorry. I do not like that stuff at all. Now, I know Richard was saying how people are trying to recommend Perfect Chemistry to him, Simone Elkeles. And I just wanted to say that I read that, and I thought it was a good book. I'm not crazy about it like everybody else was, but I do think it was a really good book. And I don't think it was all mushy and romance type. I mean, yeah, it was, but there was so much else going on in that book. So yeah. Example, I like Tammy Hogue. She's an adult novelist. And I purchased a book of hers without knowing what it was about, because every book I've read from her has been like a crime thriller. And it's called Sarah Sin. So I was just like, oh, that sounds really good. Got the book. As soon as I seen the cover, I'm like, there is no way. And yeah, I will not read this book. It's being ready to be donated to my library. It's been sitting on my shelf forever. But anyways, that's what it looks like. There's no way. There's no way I'll read something like that. So yeah, just an example. Also, biographies. I really try to read biographies. If they're not too long, I definitely can get into them. But the real thick ones, I can't. Historical novels, no. I cannot get into them. And even historical fiction, I tried. I read A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray, and I loved that book. Now, I was recently probably about a month ago, trying to read Rebel Angels, the second one, and I just couldn't get into it. It was just, you could tell that it was back in time, and I couldn't get into it. So I put it aside just because I loved the first one, and I want to try to go back to that one. But historical fictions, depending on what they are, like I have Wild Thorn, that is set back in time, but because it takes place in a psychiatric facility, and that subject interests me, so that's why I got that, and I'm hoping I'm going to like it. I also got, what was it? This, Deluxe, by Anna Godberson. It's a historical novel for sure, and I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I got it from Half Price Books a while ago. I absolutely love that cover. The words are big, so a lot of people loved it, so I'm hoping that I'm going to like it. But yeah, that's been sitting on my shelf too for a while. So yeah, historical novels and romance, I just can't do unless it's like historical fiction, like I was saying, with a good story behind it. But yeah, so Richard tagged everybody, so I'm not going to tag anybody because he tagged everybody. So that would be it. Quick update on my back. I went to therapy yesterday and went into the water. I was able to do some things, but you know those big noodles for the water. She had me like hold on to that and then drop down to the next level, so where I kind of be hanging on this thing, and it just pulled my back too much. I couldn't do it. So I went back to the doctor today. They gave me a shot of steroids in my hip, like the muscle. And she said some people it works to help relax the muscles, and some people it doesn't, to help with the inflammation. So we'll see. I'm sure I told you I have all those bulging discs and the spasming in the back. So she wants to see me back in 3 weeks, and if therapy has not helped, which so far in therapy she really hasn't been able to do much because she touches me and I'm in pain, then in 3 weeks, if nothing's improved, then I have to go see an orthopedic doctor, and possibly get shots in the back, cortisone shots I think they're called, in your spine or whatever, which I'm really nervous about, and kind of go from there. So yeah, I was put on working no more than 5 hours a shift. Today I was in just awful pain at work, and I only worked 5 hours, and it was just ridiculous. My therapist wants me to take time off of work so I can just concentrate on therapy and not come to her sore from being at work, because I go after work. But yeah. Anyways, I'd love to hear what everybody says on this topic of what they like to read and what they don't like to read. So I'll be looking forward to your guys' videos. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.